Hey guys, this is Dwayne here, sports guy on the forum. Just want to give you a quick rundown on a few of the options that I either had added when we picked the truck up last week or that I have since added to the truck. So first and foremost, you might be able to see this, the Simonized glass coat. This stuff is awesome. It's a glass ceramic coating that gets put on the paint and is guaranteed for 7 years to help with water spots, to repel water, to repel dirt, and that kind of thing. I do have to say, the truck has been driven for almost 800 miles now. You can see some dust and dirt down along the lower quarters there from where it rained, but otherwise the truck is fantastic. It's really holding up well. I'm enjoying this color. We've got the WeatherBeater Husky mats in there. When we get around the other side, I'll show you what that looks like. In the back here, I've got the same Husky liners, but I've left the factory floor mat in there. You can see that underneath there. It makes it just, I like it for the sound deadening that it adds in here, but it does pop this up a little bit higher. Of course, I made a perch for our dog crate in the back here, covered up everything so that the mutts have a fun place where they can see the road and see us. This is the Rolex tonneau cover from Back Industries. It's a really nice unit. I'm really quite pleased with it. It's pretty good quality. It's a little pricey at $8.99, but again, you'll see why in a minute here. So as we open this up, you can kind of come in and you can see up here the attachment points. You can see how the latching mechanism will sit here, and you simply pull down on this cord, and as I pull down on this cord, you'll see inside here a little white tang pulls back and it clips in place when we lock. So as I pull this down on both sides, it unlocks and allows me to flip over, and you can see this pad that flips up. So as we come down and we want to close this, it just rides down like this, and that's it. And as this piece rotates down, it grabs all the way along the bed rail, the pieces, so none of this cover can come up. And then obviously when your tailgate is in a closed position, everything is completely locked up. So what I'm going to do here though is just give this a bit of a roll out of the way here. And I'm going to show you guys the bed extender from Amp Research next. Alright guys, so here is the bed extender from Amp Research. Pretty straightforward, it's an awesome unit. It installs just as expected, so you've got to come in here at about a 45-degree angle, and the whole thing just pops in and out. It's really a simple installation. It's 3 screws on one side, 3 screws on the other side. The brackets mount right in. In our trucks, in these Rams, there are already 3 dimples in exactly the right location that fit these brackets absolutely perfectly. No measuring, no nothing. Get a 9/64 drill bit, drill them in. I touched up the holes with some high heat paint that I happen to have on hand, and then that was it. Put them in place and that's all. To install your rack, this actually comes disassembled, so you need to assemble it. It takes a few minutes to do that, but it's pretty straightforward. But they tell you to put this in at about a 45-degree angle, and it clips down, and then it sits like this. The straps that you see here are meant to buckle into the tailgate latch on the back. Once that's in, then this is pretty solid. I have just enough room from the front to the back to fit my KTM 690 Enduro R from the front of the bed right up against this. So it is just what I need for hauling motorcycles. Here is the downside to it. You were supposed to be able to take this, and on the bottom you've got a rubber foot, and on the top you've got a rubber foot. And the reason these are mirrored is you're supposed to be able to take this thing and flip it over inside the bed. The contour along the side gets you around your wheel wells, and now you have an area described inside the bed of your truck where you can put things at the back and they won't roll forward and whatnot. Here's the problem with the setup with the back Rolex. These pads that are right here that are designed to actually allow this to lock down in place, that sit down, as soon as you start to lift this up, they immediately come into contact with it. Now, at first I thought, well, I can live with this, it's not that big of a deal. All I need to do is put this in from the back side, so it'll always be in the truck, it'll always be locked in there. The problem is that the actual posts that are on the bed extender are meant, they are actually routed out with an incline on them. So you have to line it up at that 45-degree angle that I mentioned to insert it in. And because that's the only way it goes in, you cannot put it on from the opposite direction and have it lock into place. It will simply sit there loosely and pop out. I know I tried this yesterday. I went for a little drive. It just pops out of the bracket on the side, and then the whole thing rolls around in the back of the truck. So not ideal for me. I have thought about trying to modify these bars, maybe try something a little bit different. I'm not going to return it because for my intended use, hauling the motorcycle, this works perfectly fine. This will do what I need it to do, and then I can just unhook it, throw it inside the truck, and we're good to go. So I think it's still a good buy. I got mine from Auto Everything online. They're all over the internet, easy to find, about $220 including the shipping. So it's a pretty reasonable item. And when I'm not using it, I'll just keep it stored. All right, now let's show you what this thing looks like, the Rolex tonneau cover when it is completely rolled up, because I will tell you, this is one trick tonneau cover. I just checked the temperatures on here as well. I mentioned when I posted up that this area, this aluminum, gets pretty hot from the black vinyl on top and then the aluminum. I just measured it right here on the felt, and I was sitting at about 115 degrees Fahrenheit, so pretty warm, but it's manageable. It's not something that's going to burn your hands. It's not a particularly hot day here outside of Seattle today. It's about 75, 78 degrees. So you can see this is fully rolled. This is where it sits in the front, and we've got our clips on the back side here. You come up over with the strap. The strap is sitting down in the back here. I have yet to latch it in its open position, so I'm not too worried about it. The good news is that when it's up here in the front, it won't actually connect with the vehicle itself. There's still plenty of room in there, so that's never going to be a problem for you. Got the DeeZee bed mat in here, nice thick rubber matting, right? It literally just drops in place and sits still. So fantastic, super easy to install. Got the McGard Tailgate Lock on here. That was really easy to install. The instructions for it, it actually sounds like it's more complicated than it actually is. You simply open this up, back off the bolt that's inside there. The spring clamp inside will loosen off completely. You wrap it around the tailgate itself, put the whole thing back together again, give it a squeeze, tighten it up, put your cap on it to protect it from the weather, and you're good to go. Now it makes it really, really hard. Unless you've got the actual key for this, you will not be able to take this tailgate off the truck. This key also comes with a number and a sticker that you put inside your glove box, so if you ever lose the key for this, you will be able to contact McGard and they will be able to send you a replacement key directly for this. So, oh yes, these floor mats are awesome. I love these floor mats. One thing I'm going to suggest in the front here is you take off your factory floor mat, and then when you put these in place, you actually press them down nice and tight. They fit very well, and they've got great little nubs on the back side of them that grip the carpet very solidly. So there we go, gang. That's it. This is your prototypical EcoDiesel Laramie. I still absolutely love the color in this truck. It was the great choice for us. We love it. We can't get enough of this truck. We put about 800 miles on it in the first 6 days we've owned it, so not afraid to pile some miles on there. Today, as it happens, coming back from a little road trip we did, we were seeing steady state on the back highways here, about 55 miles an hour, steady state, anywhere between 33 and 35 miles to the gallon. So I'm absolutely in love with this truck.